What is up, peoples? Just waiting for that mail to get here. See if George's package has showed up yet. Not yet so far, but that's okay. We're still waiting for it. Hopefully everybody in the UK is having a good day. If you're in America here, you're probably at work or at school today, so, or at this moment. So yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. Rusty Shackelford, what's up, buddy? Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me, man. I appreciate it. What you doing today? You got a good day going on? Anything interesting? I have to go back to Nashville tonight. Sorry the quality was so bad down there. It just was getting really bad signal, so I just wasn't able to shoot as well as I would have liked to. But we'll try again. Maybe I'll just do video and just composite one for you guys. It'll probably be better that way. And that way you can have an actually nice view. Thank you for that thumbs up, Rusty. I appreciate it, bud. Yo, Jack, what is up, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, bud. What you got going on today, Jack? Ha, good day. It's a good day then, Rusty. Good day. Ha. Diane's here. Thanks for stopping by, Diane. Everybody's hitting those thumbs up. Wow, thank you, guys. What's up? I'm going to be here for a little bit. Evie's going to be down in just a minute. Come hang out. Those reveals were great, huh? How about those reveals? Her DNA was out. I did not expect all of that when it first came in, but it was really pleasant to see. Yeah. All right, that's awesome. Already getting some Christmas shopping started. Good stuff. Getting ahead of the curve. I like it. I like it. It's forward thinking. We need more of that. Waiting for the mail to get here. Gary. What is up, Gary? How you guys doing? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're just getting in here. I know you guys already are, though, so I really shouldn't have to even worry about it. Oh, has she since June? Christmas shopping since June. Oh, you look lovely.
I've been shopping for a while now. Ever since little John was born.
I did not know that. Well, let's get Evie in here. Look, she's got that lovely...
I haven't worn this shirt in a while.
I like it on you. It looks good. All right, so we're waiting for the mail to come because I want to see if George's stuff is going to be here. But he said I'm going to have to sign for it. But it was supposed to be here on the 25th. George says hi.
Hi.
Or Gary. Sorry, Gare. Okay, so what have you guys been doing today? Whole lot of nothing. Everyone go to work, have a good, pleasant day. Huh?
I think it's only one that we have to sign for, though.
Yeah, it's one, but one should be here anytime. I'm expecting it anytime. I should be running. Hopefully George will get on and he can track it and let us know where it is, because I would imagine it should be here.
Let me see if the mail's been here.
It's a little early, but...
Weekdays, it is a little early.
Okay, hopefully that fixed it. It should. I also found on my phone, too, there's this button for high performance, so I clicked that on, so that should help out a little bit, I would think. All right, well, that's awesome. I'll be on tomorrow night on some Xbox, so we'll play. We'll get on some Ghost and we'll rock it, Gary. Top of the morning there, Troy. How are you, buddy?
Phil and I are hardcore working on finding out if we're related in some distant way.
There's a possibility.
There is a very large possibility, I think.
There's some mixed DNA in there, so...
We share sub DNA. And then we have partial matches. A lot of partial matches, but we're not quite sure how to read it.
So, well, you're working on that. That's awesome. If you have any questions with trivia, let me know.
Which actress was not on Friends?
Nice. Good call. Good call. If you guys, but what game is this?
I play Trivia Crack.
Trivia Crack. If you want to play Trivia Crack, I'm sure Evie would love to have some more people to play. If you're a Trivia Crack fan.
Moose tracks.
Moose Jacks.
And the favorite ice cream flavor, who has tracks?
Love stream offline for me.
Which support
Is it not working? Is it okay? I mean, it's streaming now. It should be just fine. It keeps disconnecting for some reason.
What singer was shot and killed in 1980? Paul McCartney?
Elvis Presley, so it'd be probably Paul McCartney. John Lennon.
Dang it.
Let's see if that fixed it.
Turn it on your fan.
Here, I'll kill that right there. I'll put that out.
Well, I was gonna.
Waha! Okay, so we're back. Okay, that should look a lot better though. I don't look as pasty now, and that's what I was worried about. But we're looking good. We're looking good. All right. Well, what's everyone? Okay, so we've already talked about you guys got Gary's got his Xbox up and going. Troy, how's your morning going, bud? You having a good day so far? Hopefully. Waiting for your new Xbox headset. All right. Did you get a headset there, Gary? Because then we can talk while we play. Oh, you're at work? Playing a little hooky at work. Well, that's good, man. At least you're having your good day at work. Knocking some. I got to go to work tonight. Well, not really work. Just back down to Nashville. Just kind of go hang out.
Peanut stop.
All right. Well, we got a nice crowd going. The whole gang is showing up. Good to have everybody here. Evie's over there rocking on some trivia. What was it?
What was Leonardo da Vinci?
What was the answer?
Unknown.
Unknown. Okay. Got a headset not tested yet. Well, just jump on Xbox Live when you get a second, plug it in, give it a shot. It should work just fine. I bought a used one and it's been working great for me. It's an old Turtle Beach, but it's still good. Does its job. Here, perfect. Do I only play Ghost? I'll rock some World at War. Pretty much Ghost is what I prefer to play. Ash, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping in, man. But yeah, pretty much just Ghost. I think it was the last good one. I'm not a big fan of Black Ops 3. Not a big fan of Black Ops 2. So Ghost is just the last one I like, and I just enjoy that one. It's got still a decent audience playing, so for now, yeah. It's a fun one, though. I like the weapon set up. I don't like that boost jump thing. I just don't like it. It's not it's not very realistic, and I don't know. It just kind of takes away, I think, from the game the aspect of shooting a shooter, and it's more like, well, we're all over the map jumping around, and it just seems ridiculous to me. I'm sure there are those who have mastered it, and I'm sure it's an awesome once you get good at it, but it's just not something I'm interested in. Am I in a band? No, I'm not in a band. But I work with a record label in Nashville that has a house band, and we manage the promotion side of the house. So yeah, we got a band. We have a band. It's not really, well, we don't play in the band. Nice. You picked up some good games then, huh? Sorry about that yawn there, guys. Picked up Modern Warfare in the same deal. I think I have Modern Warfare 3. I just don't play it. Maybe I should. I hear a lot of good things about it. I played over at Vladdy's. He's got the PS3 or 4, one of those. And he's got some really realistic game, jumping in helicopters and driving vehicles and stuff. And huge maps, and it was a lot more intense, a lot more realistic on that one. I kind of liked it. I think it was a Modern Warfare game. Oh, good, Troy. It's just the jumping around just seems so ridiculous to me. Evie plays a lot of Fable, so if you picked up Fable, you can play with Evie on that. Oh, you just got back from magnet fishing. Did you go with Brad today, or did we get a solo video? Nice, you got World at War. Awesome, good. Then we can play some zombies on that one. But we'll have to play the basic map unless you download some. I think it's only like $2 or so, probably cheap. All the camping, yeah, a lot of campers in that one. I've become kind of guilty of it myself. A lot of the maps are just set up so well for camping. I try not to. I try to do a little more run and gun, but I have my weapon classes set up, and I don't change from those, and I've got them all the way I like them, and it does a good job. I have fun. 27 games. That's a good pickup, Gare. Good pickup. Oh, he was with Brad. Well, that's good. That's good. Maybe he'll be joining us a little bit later. It's kind of a, excuse me, I don't know what's going on. It's kind of, yeah, a lot smaller map options, and that kind of sucks. But like I said, my favorite map is, I like Strike Zone. Get a lot of practice on that one, and I like to play a lot of Search and Rescue now. I mean, don't get me wrong, every now and again I get my sleeping bag out, and you got some good finds. Well, I'm excited to watch the video. Hopefully it'll be up soon, and we'll go check it out. Always like, I ordered my magnets. I've got new magnets on the way. So I'm going to get back to doing some more magnet fishing myself. At least I'm going to try to do one video a week. What in the heck? I'm not tired. I don't know why I keep yawning. Probably just talking fast a lot. And I'm talking kind of shallow. Did you find a shotgun yet? I think they found some cool knives though. I'm excited to see what you guys got. And they say found some good finds. Ash and them have found some really decent. All the bikes they found, the bicycles. I think that was really cool. A couple motorbikes. You guys are finding some decent finds. Did you guys get scrap money for any of all this, or do they buy it from you? Any of the scrap, or you just donate it? Hail Queen Evie. I hail Queen Evie. Well, he's hailing you. Frequency's open.
Oh, I could be royalty. Let's overthrow the throne.
We just have to get an army together, yep, and go take back a mountain army, prove some lineage and that you have a claim to it, and then we can try. That's good stuff.
I don't like this game. This isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah, I just needed to go live. We've got an army raised. We're her army. Careful, Gary. I think on that point you're speaking a little mutiny against the queen there. I don't know how that plays out in your country.
I'll pardon you.
Okay, she's pardoning you already. Well, great. That would be great if you took the throne, because that would make me king of the forest.
I can choose to make you king, or you can stay a prince.
That's fine either way. I'm just happy to be in there. Well, we've got some relation to the Austrian royalty. Distant, and like cousins at best. But it's there. Guilty. So everybody in the UK is getting home from work. Troy is at work. You know, that would be a lot of fun. It would just be a matter of getting the money together for the ticket to do it on a surprise visit like that. I would love to do it. It would just be a matter of getting a ticket together. So maybe someday I'll be able to. Or if one of you out there wants to spring for a ticket, you let me know. I'll get the passport ready and we'll be out there ASAP. That would be fun, though, to come surprise people. Just meet up at the meetup. How have those been going? You guys been having a good time meeting up with Brad? It would be fun to walk up out of nowhere. But see, though, I'd have to get there. I would need one of you guys to also help because I wouldn't have a car there. So I would need someone to pick me up. I can get a hotel. That would be easy enough for a couple days. Even if I did it for just a couple days, that could be done. That could be done. What's the tickets going for from Nashville to London right now? Anyway, what's the when do you guys find out what ticket prices are, so we get a ticket and idea? My dates are always flexible. I can always travel anywhere. I can crash at your place. Oh, that's good. I don't take up much room. I'm a kind of a couch kind of person, just a carry-on bag. Manchester would be better. Okay, well, I mean, if that's where it'd be better to fly in, I could stay in Manchester. That'd be fine, or stay with one of you guys. But I could fly in. Again, though, all of this. Let's take a look real quick. Let's find out how much it would be. Manchester Airport. Let's fly to UK. Let's see. Let's see what tickets are gonna run me. British Airways flights to the UK. Let's check it out. From the country, English, yep, we're good. Okay, let's see. I don't care. I fly cheap. As long as it's cheap, that's how I'd fly. I don't have to be comfortable. It's a short time. From USA, all airports. Can I fly Nashville? I'm gonna, see, that's what's gonna suck. I'm probably gonna have to catch a connecting flight. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. I would love to come to the UK. That would be so much fun. Flying from to Manchester. Manchester, England. Okay, one adult departing date. I don't know. Let's say I got to get out there in January just to shoot at it. Let's say January 15th, and we came back. When does Brad do his meetups? On Sundays? What day does he do it? It'd be healthier to swim. Just swim across. Yeah. Don't hold your breath. What day does Brad do his meetups? I'm gonna have to plan around that. That's the only thing I'd have to plan around. And hopefully you guys would have to keep him inspired. GoFundMe Jay's British Invasion. Hey, if someone set one up, that would be cool, but I doubt it. I doubt anybody would give a penny to that. Again, I need to know what day Brad sets up. November 4th? Planned on the 4th of November? Oh, Lord, I don't think I could make it out, but let's say the 4th will be a Saturday, so he'd be a Saturday. So let's change the dates so that I would be out there close to a Saturday. Let's say I flew out on a Thursday and I left on Sunday. We can leave on Monday for that. Why not? Let's search. Well, we could convince him to do another one. All right, let's just get an idea. This is just for fun. I don't think it'll be any time close to. Yeah, because look, that's quite a bit of change to get me over there. I mean, we could play with dates, but around 600? Yeah, I'm finding about 8 for certain airlines. I probably could play with the dates to get it a lot cheaper, though. And we could just check other sites. But yeah, that's what it would take to roughly get me there to do that. So maybe someday. It'd be fun to surprise. Just show up. Just knock on his door and film. He answers the door and there I am. Bam. I'd have to have a lot of planning to do that. But let's assume the 4th would be way too soon. There's no way we could get the funds together by the 4th of November. Plus, I'm going to be in Boston, so unless I left directly out of Boston and flew there from Boston, then round trip to Nashville, and that would be interesting. But let's say, though, if we came back, we'd have to wait for pre-Christmas. See, it'd be the earliest January. We'd have to plan for January to do something like that. We'll see someday. Swim out. Yeah, see, there we go. Now you guys are thinking. You guys just take a rowboat. I'll meet you there. And then we'll switch off. I'll paddle halfway to you. You paddle to me. Bring another person, and then they can paddle back. And then we'll just anchor my boat right there, and then we're all set. Maybe I can get a free flight back if I tell the U.S. Consulate's office that I got stranded. Oh, that would be a great idea, wouldn't it? Send my passport out to me, and then I can contact the British Embassy and tell them that you can't get home, and they'll figure your flight. And they'll get me a flight. See, I like that kind of outside-the-box thinking, people. That's some good outside-the-box thinking. You guys are crazy. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you guys haven't yet. There's 9 people in here, which means we should have 9 thumbs up, right? Right. I'm just teasing. If you don't like it, thumbs down it. That's fine too. No, see, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, oh, I know you guys have already got it. A big friendly reminder to anybody who might just be joining us. All right, so we have a goal in mind to get out to the UK. Probably would want to take Evie, though. If I had to come solo, I'd go solo, but I'd rather take Evie. Especially since she's never been to the UK either. And I've never been to the UK. I've been to Ireland and Germany, but I've never been to the UK. But it'd be fun to surprise Brad if we just did it on like even a 24-hour flight. Show up for one day, meet him the next day, fly out the next day. I could do that, turn and burn on a dime. Evie gets the red carpet. Well, I know. We'll get there someday. We're going to get you guys out here. And, of course, I've got a savings going on to help with the trip to get Brad and Ash out here. You guys have been donating to that, and I've been putting that aside. And we're hanging on to it, saving up money for them to get out here. And once that's done, we'll be flipping it around the other way, and we'll be coming out to you guys. So we're gonna fly back and forth. We're gonna make this happen because I want to come magnet fish with That's Brad and Just Ash, where you guys have really cool canals to do that stuff. There's just other stuff we can do around here. See, he would be up for swimming halfway. Well, see, you, Brad, Ash, and then we get Rusty and Gary, and we all just get boats, and we'll meet up, and we'll magnet fish the ocean. We'll just bring a lot of rope, a lot of rope. I'm sure there's some good stuff we can find a few miles down. That'd be the longest pull-up, huh? 10 minutes later. Almost there. It's coming up. Catch a submarine. Yeah. UK or bust. Would that be fun? Maybe we can fly cargo. I can fly air cargo, and that'd be cheaper. But see, though, I don't want to go to the big places, the main places, the landmarks. I don't like doing that when I go to, when I go somewhere and visit. I don't want to go to the touristy spots. I don't. If I flew into.
I don't want to spend a whole lot of time there, but I still want to go see them.
I might look at like Big Ben would be interesting just to see, but I have no desire to like go in it. It'd be cool to see London Bridge. No desire to go up in it. Just want to see it. Stonehenge would be like worth seeing. I'd love to go see Stonehenge, but like the major cities and stuff, I don't want to go hang out in the major cities. I would rather just I would rather go out to the smaller areas, push out a little bit from the main cities, and see what's really like the areas really like, because the touristy areas is not the true experience. See, a 6-hour drive to London? No, I don't want to drive 6 hours anywhere, especially on a trip. I mean, unless we're doing a video on it and we're going to make a video to go visit London, that'd be the only reason I would want to drive to London. Especially if I flew into Manchester, we could check out Manchester, because good old Manchester United. We're going to go see Manchester United do battle with the Frogs. Big Ben is the bell, not the clock. I don't know these things. Just a tower. I'm supposed to go see it. That's all. Again, though, I'd rather come hang out with you guys. I don't want to go to snap pictures and do touristy walkarounds. That's not real life. I'd rather come hang out with you guys. Meet up, do magnet fishing. You guys show me around your places, meet your friends. That's the real people. Get to talk to local places, hang out. That's what I would be all about doing. Wouldn't that be a lot of fun? It would be cool to see that big Ferris wheel you guys have, though, in London. That thing does look pretty interesting. The tower is called the Elizabethan Tower. Oh, little fun fact. I did not know that. See, this is how you learn the good stuff. This is how you figure out the cool stuff, the fun stuff, the stuff that people don't tell you about. Got a good bit of people still hanging out. Is everybody having an awesome day, I would imagine? Let's see who's all... We haven't had... Can't be everybody talking right now. There's got to be some people. Yeah, look, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 people participating. So if you guys are at home and you're hanging out with us, you know, make sure you jump in the chat, say hello. Everybody's really nice and friendly. We're all just going to talk and hang out. Just talking about a little bit of the UK. And I know Ash is going to be out here someday. And Brad, we're going to get him out here as well. And I know we need to get Gary to come visit. And Jack, of course, you guys, all of you guys got to come visit, of course. And you always have a place to crash. Always. And see, that's going to be, I think, really cool and help out with a lot of trips and stuff like that. Is we all know people, places. And it makes it better when you have somebody who knows the area. So when we go to you, go visit the Lake District. You have a Lake District? We have a River District. London, so they said 6 hours, Ash. July. Hopefully Gary will be here in July.
Nice.
Well, Gary, if you are going to be here in July, you let me know ahead. If you guys need a place to crash or you just want to book locally, that's fine too. You let me know and we'll help out with whatever. My sister works at a hotel, so I'm sure we can get some good rates for you locally. If you want to stay in Nashville, if you want to crash here, you just let me know.
That and give me enough notice so I can take time off.
Yep, let Evie know ahead of time and she'll take time off of work and we'll all go hang out. We'll be able to party hardy, and I'm always your DD because I don't drink. So you're good. What's going on, David? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in, man. Glad to see you. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. If you like Jay Green, 4 hours, 6 minutes in London from Manchester, according to Google. We can shave 30 minutes, I'm sure. A little over the speed limit's not going to hurt anybody, right? Right. We can get there in 4. What is magnet fishing? Magnet fishing is something actually my buddy here, Just Ash and Brad was the one who taught me about it. What it is you order yourself a magnet. You get a round magnet. You're going to attach it to some rope. You're going to chuck it into a body of water and see what kind of stuff you can pull out, any decent finds. If you haven't checked it out before, Just Ash and that's Brad. They do some stuff on it, and they find some really cool stuff in rivers and canals and stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's great for making videos. I've done a few of them if you want to go check them out later, Troy. And it's just something to do, man, and you'd be surprised. Get yourself a magnet. They're not that expensive to get yourself started with the cheap one. A little bit of rope, grab yourself a camera, and you're off, man. You're magnet fishing. You're on YouTube magnet fishing just like the rest of us. London is awful. Hey, what's going on, Steve? How you doing, bud? London can't be that bad. We meet a lot of people from the UK down here. A lot of people from the UK, London, Scotland come to visit Nashville a lot. You guys, I think you guys would have fun. You can't not have fun in Nashville. There's a lot to do, a lot to see. All right. London is my least favorite place in the UK. Did I check out Steve's? Did he put up another one? I've checked out some of Steve's videos. Did he put up a new one? I don't know why I haven't been getting notifications. I got to go ring that. Make sure I'm ringing everybody's bell. If you guys haven't, make sure you hit the bell button. But some of these ones aren't popping up. The Blackpool video. No, I haven't watched that one yet. I do plan on watching it. Is there something special in it I need to look for? Blackpool. Well, I'm gonna definitely check it out then, because I do remember seeing that one, and something else was going on, and coming back to it. I knew I needed to come back to Just Some Dude, but I'll go check that one out. I hate when that happens. What is Blackpool then? Is that like a carnival or a fair or something? I know, I'm back now. I'm back. It should be. Now I'm going magnet fishing up in Boston, and I'm going magnet and metal detecting, and I'll be up there on the 2nd. It's a seaside town. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. So there's, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. It's like our California piers. They've got all the carnival rides, and yeah, definitely, I'll go check that out. Love that kind of stuff. Love that kind of stuff. All the fairs and the boardwalks. That's awesome. I like the rain. I like the rain. I will definitely for sure go check it. I did see that one though. I did. I just hadn't watched it yet, but I'll definitely make sure I go hit it up. Is it a big touristy town? Ah, I see. Okay. Ah, well, thank you. Thank you. Learning something. So Blackpool. Okay. That's kind of like our Venice Beach then. That would be like California's Venice Beach. Yup. There was something I was going to talk about and I forgot. Don't you hate when that happens? I can remember like a commercial from 25 years ago, but I can't remember what I was just about to say. Oh, I bet it is. Oh, do they? That's awesome. Oh, like a like a cheap Hollywood Boulevard. I wouldn't want to go. Oh, well, that's no good. Venice Beach is full of women. Yeah, but they're weird in California sometimes. Not all the time. Not all of them. Just they're interesting people out there. It's a different. I've lived on the East Coast and I've lived on the West Coast, and it's different. But because I have no accent, I can blend in. Okay. If you say so. Communicating with Peanut via eyes. Uh-oh. I forgot to turn that off. My bad. Hold on. We gotta do that right now. Let's do it. I'm sure I did that. There we go. All fixed. Sorry about that. That won't happen again. Have I done anything interesting? Not today. I'm heading to Nashville tonight, though. So I'll be back downtown in Nashville. And like I said, maybe I'll do some more video. And instead of going live, I'm just going to shoot some video for you guys. And then I'll just edit some clips together and have a nice view. So you guys can see a little bit more of downtown. And that way it won't come in all pixelated and blurry like it did before. Just a short night tonight in Nashville. I'll be down there. I got to be down there by like 5:15, 5:30. So I have to leave out of here in about, I got about 6 hours before I need to get out of here. So that's why I figured I'd go live with you guys early, hang out for a little bit, kill some time. And then I'll start getting ready to head down there. And yeah, we're going to go back down to Nashville for another show tonight. Go meet some new people as always. Go peddle our wares, as they say. And then come home for a nice, chill, relaxed evening. Hopefully Gary's package will be in today. You going kayaking? Isn't it a little late to go kayaking? I mean, isn't it like 5 o'clock over there? Oh, no, you did ask. No, I'm not in a band. What happens is we manage, Evie and I are part of a management promotion team. And so we have a house band that plays in Nashville. You're going to go kayaking in a swimming pool. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. You got to film that. That's going to be great. That's what I'm talking about. Kayaking in a swimming pool. That's awesome, man. Oh, yeah. I want to see video on that. I definitely want to see video on that. That's great. How many people go kayaking in a swimming pool? Like none, and that's awesome. I was thinking about putting a jet ski in a swimming pool. It would probably be very stupid, but it would be a lot of fun. If we all had a band, what would we call it? If we were all in a band, what would we call it? YouTube's Misguided Children. That'd be a good name. The Misfits. I like it. Dude and the Wallers. Jeremy and the Green Beans. The Misfits would sue you. But he spelled it differently, so that's their own thing. The Rednecks. Oh, wow. There's just so many. I don't know. There's all kinds. You guys are coming up with some really interesting names. I guess we could, the Ponders. We could have a play on name because we're all across the pond from each other. But it's like the Ponders because we think. The Ponderers? I don't know. The Naughty Nigels. Oh, that would be our band name. Copyright claim. That's actually pretty good. The Vloggers. That's a good one. The Copyright Claims. I like that one. The Rusty Fork. We have a bar here in Nashville called the Rusty Nail. And it says, come get hammered at the Rusty Nail. That's a pretty little, it's a cool little joint. Good friends with the owner. Nice guy. Got a really nice Harley. Will be called You First and the Caesar Salads. I like it. The Noisy Noisemakers. We could be the Thumb Uppers. The Streams. I don't know. What would if we were a TV show? What would it be called? The Like and Subscribers. I like it. See, the Like and Subscribers. That's a good one. I like that one. The Beatles too. The Rebeatling. See, that's cool. I guess I got the. I don't want to sing any more songs. It's not that we had a bad run. It's just that these things get boring after a while.
Caroline and I are gonna drink Jameson instead of Jim next time and do an Irish jig on top of the bar.
There you go.
Because I posted my results and so she's commenting on it. She goes, 4% Irish, woohoo! I said, Jeremy thinks it's funny I'm Jewish.
Yeah. These are some great names you guys are coming up with. Really great names. I'd listen to some of these bands. The Beatles too. That's awesome. Where do you guys come up with this? How did they're talking to you. They want to know.
Sorry, I'm reading about from Phil.
They want to know about how did the DNA results work.
Oh, my DNA results were pretty cool.
Yep, this is Evie. This is the wife. That's Steve.
Your partner in crime.
Absolutely. Rebeatling with a vengeance.
Rebeating with a vengeance.
Beatling. Like the Beatles. Beatling. Rebeatling. Because it's the Beatles too, the rebeatling. You can take the computer. I
can't read. Oh, hi! My results were actually pretty interesting. Found out I have no Native American whatsoever. 99 subs to what?
Till he gets to his 1,000.
Nice.
Ash is growing quick. You're gonna pass me up in no time.
Mine has, like, I've been picking up subscribers quite a bit. Like,
I'm
more
losing.
than normal.
I'm losing subscribers so hard. So hard, so much. I go take 2 steps forward,
I
like 3
had
steps
41.
back.
When I went to bed, I had 37.
Wow, see, look at that. I'm losing them. Ash is gaining them. Evie's picking up more. What's happening to me?
My Ancestry got 89 views so far in one day.
Wow, that's good stuff. It's just Ash is the dude in the making. Well, so are you, some dude. Steve is up there. You're getting some subs on your channel as well. What system is that on, Rusty? What system is that for? Because I think I have it, but I'm not sure. If it's on Wii, I don't have it. It's on GameCube? Well, luckily enough for me, I have a GameCube, so I'll have to get a hold of a copy of Wind Waker. I've never played it before. I did hear it was pretty good. It just looked really odd and different, but maybe I'll give it a shot. I've never played it before. I still got to get a hold of a gaming card, though. A streaming card. An Elgato or a used one, a cheaper one.
Could be 6th to 7th cousins to Phil.
6th to 7th cousins to Phil.
From what we're looking at. But we still don't really know how to read it. It's really complicated.
What's the best game I have on GameCube? I would say I have Resident Evil Remake. I don't have a whole lot of GameCube games, but Resident Evil Remake I think is the best game I have on it. For sure. Best or as in favorite? I don't have a whole lot of Resident GameCube games. Some of the rarer games I have. Do I have a lot of rare games? I've got some older games. I don't know if anything's super. I never played a lot of GameCube. It was just a system I never really had before. I've only played it a handful of times when I was in college, maybe once or twice in Iraq, and this is the first time I got a GameCube. So I'm learning the games on it, and I got to get more memory cards and check out some of the game libraries I missed. But I'm working on it. I love the Metal Gear Solid series. Anything Metal Gear. The NES one I wasn't too big on. Snake's Revenge and Metal Gear 2 wasn't huge on the NES, but the first one I played was Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation, the original. I've got to get that game again, and I would love to get another copy of it. There's also a game out there called Resident Evil Survivor, and I want to get that one again. That was a really good one. I've got one game called Resident Evil Outbreak. I've got a few rare games out there. I've got my Golden Legend of Zelda on NES. Final Fantasy VII, Xenogears, Parasite Eve, Dino Crisis. These are just PlayStation games. I've got some Nintendo games. I don't go for a whole lot of the rare stuff. I go for... Right. Oh, my brother was one who was big on Metal Gear. But it got me into it, and I loved it. Sons of Liberty was a good one on PlayStation 2. But I never played Metal Gear 3, Snake Eater. Never played that one. I do know there's a PSP version that in Snake Eater you choke a guard and he gives you a code, and it doesn't make any sense until you play the PSP version of Metal Gear. And there's a part where you're supposed to input a code, and that's where you get the code to input it. And the old Konami code, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. That's the original Konami code. If you guys don't know about the Konami code, the reason it was invented was put into the game of Contra, which you've seen me play before. I do have Contra. And it was so the testers could beat the levels to make sure everything was smooth, and they just wound up leaving it in. And there's where the Konami code came from, and it's very famous now. But it is different, though, it's a little different. Golden Tee Golf, that's cool. Psycho Mantis, yes, I can read your thoughts. In the game Metal Gear, you had to take the controller and plug it into the second port because there was a boss who could read your mind, and he would know what buttons you're pushing on the player control, so you'd have to switch ports so he wouldn't be able to read your control movements. And then he goes, I can't read your thoughts. And then you'd beat him, and then you plug back into the player 1 port, and then you win. It was really interesting how they were able to pull it off. And he was like the only character that had cigarettes. And you could actually use cigarettes. Micro Machines, Mario Kart Double Dash. I had Mario Kart on Nintendo 64, but I traded it away for my PlayStation 2 with the custom screen. That one I actually think it was a good deal. I'll get another copy back of Mario Kart, but yeah, I've got a big stack of games going. I've got a lot. Well, no, Call of Duty only. That's the only game I play on Xbox. That's the only game I play on Xbox. You have to go back and look at all my retro gaming stuff. I've got hundreds of retro games. Well, not hundreds, I would say. I've got quite a few hundred, maybe 100. But Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, Xbox, original. I'm missing all my PSP games, but I have a PSP original.
No, we have them somewhere.
We got some somewhere. I've got a 101 model of a PSP, and I've got another PSP, a 201 model. I've got a ton of 360 games. I just don't play them. Stick of Truth I'll play every once in a while from South Park. The Fallout series, never was a huge fan. I think I have one, but no, I wasn't a big Fallout fan. Just not really my style. I mean, I like the shooting aspect of it all, but no, not really. Just wasn't my cup of tea, if you will. Zelda. I was always just a big Zelda fan. Always a big Zelda. I've got Ocarina of Time, if you guys have seen. So somebody wants me to get Wind Waker. So I'll look into figuring out how to get a hold of a copy of that. Like I said, most of my video games from my retro stuff, I'm just waiting to just build up the stuff that I know. It was the games I enjoyed. I do want to get another Super Nintendo, so I'm working on... That'll be my next system to pick up is the Super Nintendo, and not that mini one. I want a Super Nintendo. Plus, I also know how to mod them so that you can play Japanese games, and it costs nothing. It's a very simple mod so that your SNES... Ocarina of Time. I have Ocarina of Time. It's a great one. I think it's all right there. I don't know though, but A Link to the Past, I would say that it's two different styles of gaming, but I would put them almost on par because A Link to the Past was amazing. It was an awesome game. That's one of my favorites. I've got a bunch of games on my Game Boy. I have the original Game Boy. I do need to get rid of some of these Segas, but the problem is I was going to get rid of my Model 2, but I kind of like having that around, so if I get a CD, then I can keep that for that. Majora's Mask, I never liked Majora's Mask. I wasn't a fan of it, and the actual history of Majora's Mask is that it's a... Majora's Mask was supposed to be an expansion that you would buy for Ocarina of Time, and it was going to be that. It wasn't supposed to ever be a full game. But the developer was like, well, tell you what, instead of making an add-on, just go ahead and develop the whole thing and see if you can do it in a year using the graphics. That's why you don't see a whole lot of new stuff going on. Send? I'm not familiar with that game, Send. What did you say? Okay, well, that's fine. I will clear a spot out for you, though, Gary. Hold on. Let me do that right now. We'll do that right now. Let me clear a spot for Gary. Hold on. I don't want to miss out on that. I had a Sega Dreamcast. No, excuse me, a Sega Saturn for a while, but I wasn't a big Saturn fan, so I sold it. I had a Dreamcast for a little bit. I did keep one game. I've got Sonic Adventures on Dreamcast, so I'm going to get another Dreamcast as well. But the Super Nintendo is my next one to pick up. The original Soul Calibur was great. All right, Gary, I'm going to delete a spot for you, and then you should be able to send another friend request. Let's see who's going to... Oh, no, I see you right there. Z something? Nope, no, that's somebody else. Okay. He was last on 11 days ago, so you're going to go. 11 days is a long time to not be on. Okay. There's a spot cleared for you, Gear. So whenever you're ready to send that friend request, I have it sitting there and waiting. Hey, Jeremy, it's Gary. Is that you? think I got you there, Suave. Is that it, Gary? There we go. Would I have GoldenEye if I could? I have GoldenEye. I've got GoldenEye right over there. You've changed. Uh-oh. You're killing me, Gary. Right? Yeah, I've got it. It's right, sitting right over there. I don't play it a whole lot. You're getting it soon. Hold on. You guys are going to make me pull the Nintendo drawer back out again. I'm going to have to clean it all up again. Ugh. Here's the Nintendo drawer. Alright, let's move all the games aside. There's Zelda, Ocarina of Time, of course. Pilot Wings. Da 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 da. And then of course you gotta have Star Fox. Let's see, there's my Game Boy. You guys have seen it plenty. My original. It's an old brick model. Works great though still. I'm going to have to get the screen eventually replaced though. Yeah, it does wear out with the glue eventually. There's just nothing you can do about it. So eventually the screen will have to be replaced. There we go. Huzzah! I don't have, well, I have Tetris, but I have Tetris on NES. It's somewhere over there. And then my Nintendo, as you guys have seen, I've got the very rare top loader. Really cool Nintendo piece. Best Nintendo I think they ever made. And then yes. I've got the transfer pack for Pokemon Stadium, and there's Pokemon Blue, so that I'm good to go for that one. So I can play my Pokemon on my Game Boy. Evie's also got a bunch of Game Boy games. She has a Game Boy Advanced, I think, right?
Color.
Game Boy Color. So she plays Game Boy as well. I got the GameCube and all that. Evie did just buy this for me the other day, though, and I'm really, this one is one of my favorite games. It's Zelda Oracle of the Seasons, and they actually made Oracle of the Ages and Oracle of the Seasons, and she picked me up one, and so she got that for me. So that's a cool Zelda game. I was actually playing it. It's really fun, very detailed. You gotta have Kirby, of course. We've gone over all this stuff before, guys. You guys have all seen my gaming junk. What's this one? Oh, Mega Man. You gotta have Mega Man. Is it coming in clear enough? Yeah, there's Mega Man. This is a Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy knockoff, but it's kind of the same style. Pretty good. Got good reviews. We got Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Land. I don't have Toe Jam and Earl, but I did do a full playthrough with a buddy of mine. I love Toe Jam and Earl. Phil remembers that one. He was playing with us. Castlevania. You got to have Castlevania. Oh, I was a huge fan of Toe Jam and Earl. Go back and watch my video on it there, on Steve. We did a full playthrough, and I have the Game Genie, so I was able to beat it. Got Mortal Kombat. One more game. What's this one? And this is, you can't see it, but it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I think that's my library of That's the full library I have available of Game Boy games. And I never had a Game Boy. Well, then, of course, the blue one. I never owned a Game Boy when I was a kid. I didn't get one until Game Boy Color. And that was my first time getting a Game Boy. Is that taking you back? Well, we can do some more. You want to go over some more of the old game stuff? I guess I could just pull it out and show you guys again. Got nothing better going on. If that's what you guys want to do, we can talk some retro gaming. Go over some of the stuff I have. If you want to. Bam. Handful of games right there. You were asking on my, like I said, I've got Resident Evil, the HD remix. Yeah, it kills the batteries. This one came with the system when I picked it up. It's The Incredibles. Not a big fan, but it was an okay game, I guess. I picked this one up for Evie only because it was cheap and she's a fan of them. It's Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. And I've got a few more of those games for it as well. We went through the Super Nintendo. Let's see. And I've got so many. There's NES games out there. Crazy. I have for my... here's my Nintendo 64. And, of course, if you have a Nintendo 64, you've got to have the expandable RAM inside of it. So I do have the expandable RAM in it. But just so that I can keep it on hand, I do keep the original RAM chip in there. And this takes it from 2 to 4 RAM. So there's certain games you need to play and certain games that this will boost and make better. So I've got that. Got a couple controllers for it and a bunch of NES games. Again, not all the NES games are home runs, but the Super Nintendo, I think every game I've got on Super Nintendo is a home, or excuse me, not Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Every game I've got on here is a home run. GoldenEye is a home run. This one I keep just because I like hockey games. There's hockey. Of course, Zelda. Pokemon Stadium. And I do have the transfer pack, so you can play your Pokemon games on Pokemon Stadium. Like I said, Pilot Wings is another great one. Which was the awesome WWF. There was no awesome WWF, but I think you're talking WWF versus NWO. That was the real popular one everybody had. And then Star Fox. So that's, I don't have a huge library of Nintendo 64 games, but again, I keep the ones that, no, there was no good ones. Wrestling, when you look at those wrestling games, they're horrible. Absolutely horrible. You guys remember that controller? Look at that controller. You guys remember that? This is actually an aftermarket one. They make new ones now, so they're brand new. This one, the stick is way too tight. So it takes time to sit there and work that stick in to get it correctly. I have no like sensitive control with it because it wants to spring back. There was actually a part in Zelda I was playing and I had to switch back to the old controller just so I could get some detail control out of it. But I think this was really innovative. The controller, people sometimes complain about it. I think the shape was perfect. If you're going to go for a D-pad, holds nicely right across there. If you're going to be using the stick, it fits comfortably in the hand. The hand smoothly fits over this side of it with a nice grip for the palm. Smooth ride over there, right to the trigger and to the bumpers. I think they did a great job with this controller. I did have a Rumble Pack, but I got rid of it, and I do have a memory card for this. WWF No Mercy. And see, like I said, with this, the way it works is you would just click that into the bottom of that, and then your game goes in, and you're ready to play Pokemon Stadium. It's so sad that this was, if they had made one that, if they'd have made a cartridge that you could have put into the top of the Nintendo 64, and made one of these that you could play any Nintendo game on, or Game Boy game, that would have been really cool. Especially since they have the Super Game Boy, which is for the Super Nintendo. And there was an idea to make one for the Nintendo, but it didn't ever release in America, I don't think. So we didn't get the full experience. But the GameCube has an expansion. The old Atari. Yeah, I have one. I have an Atari. Yeah, I've got an Atari. I don't have it here. It's at my mom's house. I'll let her play it. But I've got an Atari. I've got a few games here for it. Hold on. Let me grab those.
How do people get the right drunk? I'm either really sober and bored or smashed out my face and ruining my life.
Okay, so for Atari, I've got Donkey Kong on Atari. I've got Atlantis on Atari. Oop, these aren't Atari games. These are some Sega games. I've got Pac-Man at my mom's house, and then I've got, if you guys really want to go crazy old school, this is a ColecoVision game. So here's Donkey Kong on ColecoVision and Donkey Kong on Atari. So I've got a copy of each of those. And actually, I've got some other Atari games too. Hold on. I can't believe I didn't see them. They should be in here. Yep, there they are. All right, and then I've got Attack of the Killer Beefsteak Tomatoes for Atari, and Porky's, if you guys remember the movie Porky's. There it is. GameCube is your favorite? I'm getting into GameCube. I'm really enjoying and appreciating GameCube a lot more. It's very smooth graphics, but the 3D feel. Yes, I'm very familiar with the Nintendo PlayStation. Sony had collabed with PlayStation to make a game system, a game add-on, and it fell through when they decided to try to do a deal with Philips, and that's when they created the Philips CDI. And there's a Mario game and some Zelda games that are absolutely horrible. Right? They didn't like the CD drive, so they canceled it, and they finally found a working model. Somebody actually got a model working. If you guys check out, I forget what his channel is. I think it's called Lab 14 or something, or Gym Lab, and the guy was able to get the system working again. There's no games available for it, but now that we have the specs on it, people can go back and recreate it. You got the movie Porky's, all three of them. Well, there's the Atari game for it. Right there. I'm actually a little nervous because I've been looking at this cart right here, and somebody has opened this one up before. And I don't know if they maybe took like the game out and put in a bad copy of another game, and I don't have actually the game here. That would be a horrible, but I don't think so. But you never know. You never know. But that's only Atari games. Then I've got Pac-Man, and I think Mega Mania. So that's my Atari collection. It's not huge. Atari games are getting harder to find. I don't plan on playing them a lot more. Well, that's cool. Star Wars Battlefront. This is for the 2600. I think the next model was the 4200 after the 2600. There was a 2600 Junior model, and I don't believe there was a 2700 model. There was the Atari 7200, but that one never took off. So it was the 27, the 26, the 42, and the 7200. So I think that's what you mean, the 72, and those were much bigger cartridges. But no, these are for the 26. And again, my Atari works just fine. It's just like I said, it's at my mom's house because she likes to play it. You guys remember Spy versus Spy? Yeah. Like I was showing you guys with this top loader, what was nice about it, and I do have the original. Hold on, I'll show you guys the difference. Okay, so this of course is the this is the Nintendo that most everybody remembers, right? Mega Drive. See, we didn't have Mega Drive. We had a Sega Genesis, not the Sega Mega Drive. And I've got the original. I've actually got all three models. I've got the Model 1, the original, the big one with the round on the top. And then I've got the smaller Genesis 2 model. And then I've got a 3 model. Evie crying? No, she's not crying.
She's on my phone.
Just looking down. Don't want you guys to think she's crying. But okay, so this is the original model. Everybody remembers mostly. You know, the pins go in, you put your game in, and then it goes in, right? You click it down, close the thing, push the button, and then it blinks and it doesn't work. You turn it off, you open it back up, you pull your game out, and what did we all do? You guys remember? And then you try again, right? Okay. So inconvenient, right? Doesn't always work, pain in the butt. This one, you ready? And it turns on. It's because the pins inside, what it was is the pins inside didn't get bent as much because you had to push down on them. So that worked out a lot better. 5200. Yes, you are correct, Troy. That's what it was. The 5200. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The 2600, the 52, and the 76. Because I think they went by 2006s. So it was the 2600, the 5200, the 7600 model. The 7600 model was a really late one. By then, Nintendo was already on the scene, and the difference was unimaginable. So it wasn't even worth it. But this is the definite Nintendo you guys want to get a hold of if you're going to get a hold of a Nintendo. It's worth the money, but it only does have RF out, though. What's the new Atari console that's coming out? I've heard rumors of an Atari console coming out, but I don't think it's actually in the works. There's rumors of Sega releasing a new console, going to be called the Sega Spartan. But I don't think it has been confirmed. Well, let's go check it out real quick. Let's find out. Atari's new console. Can we get a date on this to confirm? Okay, as of July 17th, Atari teasing its Atari box at, well, if this is what I'm looking like, it's just going to be an Atari Classic. So essentially, here's September. Yeah, all right, this is September of this year. Let's see what it looks like and does. Does much more than just video games. Doesn't look like it that they're going to be releasing new games. Here's what it says on it. Atari has released more details about its upcoming video game console, and it's a long way from the Pioneer 2600 model that made Atari famous. The forthcoming Atari box, whose retro body will be encased in real wood, will run on a Linksys-based operating and promises a full PC experience for the TV that can handle streaming, apps, social media, web browsing, music. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, guys. It's looking like it's just going to be like an Atari Classic. I don't think. Lynx. I remember the Atari Lynx. First color handheld portable device. Now here's one you guys don't remember. I had a video game system back in the day. It was a handheld called a Game.com. Now go look that one up. Game.com. It featured 2 control ports, touchscreen, and internet access. Yeah, it's not that good looking. I already took a look at it. I've already found images on it. It's not that impressive. It looks nice. It's kind of got this nice feel to it. Very sleek design. They have that wood grain on it. USB ports, obviously, but I don't think it's going to be as exciting. I think they're going for a more... Right, here's someone saying that Atari's new game console sounds so completely pointless, it's hard to... what'd they say? It's hard to believe it's real. So, the last one they made was the Jaguar, which I played, and it was horrible. No, I'm not going to buy it. I see no point. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be loaded with a bunch of games you can download, but really, it just look. But it will play. Now, this is a little thing about it that does look interesting. Okay, it will play PC games on your TV. Which, I mean, you can do now by switching the monitor, but being able to plug something in right off the box and just put a game into it and be able to play it, that could be a little interesting for World of Warcraft or League of Legends or playing some of those old games on your TV. That would be really nice for a click and play kind of thing. If they can manage it right. If they can manage it right. If I don't have to download and install a ton, then it's going to be good. But if you have to sit there and wait for games to install and have to buy hard drives and stuff, then it's going to be a flop. The PlayStation 9. Well, here's something. I read an article when I was in Iraq, and they had just come out with PlayStation 2 had just been released not too long ago after that. So PlayStation 3 was getting ready to come up. So they've already had PlayStation 4, 5, and 6 in the works for years. They're just waiting for the technology to catch up to what they want to do. So there's nothing innovative new from PlayStation. They've been planning all of this stuff for years. 4, 5, and 6 were in the works as soon as 2 came out. And again, they're just waiting for new technology to slap in a new CPU, new motherboard, better memory, better RAM, and kick out the next unit. And that's all it really is, man. Nothing special. I think PlayStation... I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm the first to call that. I say Nintendo is done. I say Nintendo, the giant, is going to fall. Nintendo needs to stop making consoles, and they need to just focus on software. Because any game they release... Alright, look at this. Like, the Nintendo Switch, I think, is going to wind up becoming a bust. And I was talking to some people at a gaming store, and they were saying that, oh, well, if it's such a bust, why is it sold out? Look, don't you get that Nintendo creates a false market by not releasing enough of everything they make to purposely create a vacuum of people wanting Nintendo merchandise? So if I give one thing to somebody and tell 10 other people they can't have it, what do they want? They want more of it. The Nintendo Switch, I think, is another perfect example, along with the NES Classic and NES. The Switch... Though they might go back to cartridges, but I think the Nintendo Switch, though, the only game that everyone's talking about is Breath of the Wild right now, and that's available on the Wii U. So you don't even have to have a Nintendo Switch to play that game, so it's not exclusive, so they don't have an exclusive title, a flagship to it. You can just as easily play it on the Wii U, almost at the same graphics. It looks like they just took a Wii U with removable pads. How's the battery life? Do you really think people are going to sit and play a game long enough? I mean, it's hard enough to sometimes be able to get a full game in on your phone, let alone try to set up a stand, divvy out controllers. Where are you going to be that you really want to do that? I saw them advertising in the Switch commercial that they're at the basketball park and everyone's playing on the Nintendo. Dude, if I'm at the basketball park, I'm not going to walk 20 minutes to a basketball park so that I can go play Nintendo Switch. I'm going to go play basketball. You know, I just don't see I get what their creative thinking was in it, but I think it's going to be... The Wii was okay, and everyone's like, oh, it sold great. It was a toy. The Wii was a toy. No, did she? You like the Switch, but not the Wii U. I think I haven't bought a new Nintendo. The only Nintendo I have, the newest Nintendo console I have is the Nintendo GameCube. Oh, I understand. Absolutely. Go take care of it. Great to talk to you there, Steve. Thanks, man. That's not nice, Rusty. Very creative, though. But no, I'm not going to go out in public. I'm not going to sit on the bus and play my video games. It's just as easy. I would sooner just bring my Game Boy. Trying to bring my Game Boy and trying to play a full game somewhere is nearly impossible. You go to a doctor's appointment. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. There's no way to play a video game, a full game, let alone break out all these games and have to move everything around. It just seems very useful. If they would have just concentrated more on a full console, I think you would have seen something a lot better out of that. If they would have created and then create a console with an add-on that you can do different add-ons that'll take you back to these games, take you back to Game Boy games. Make add-ons that can play the retro games. Retro gaming is coming back. And you can hold these. These are physical cartridges. You can touch them. You can hold them. Everything now is so digital. You know, you don't get to touch them. And they smell like awesome. Smells like the 90s. Great. Good times. These were the best stuff. Games you could touch, you could hold. You could trade with your friends. Remember when we used to trade games? Remember that? You don't do that anymore. Nobody trades games anymore. Remember when video game trading is your buddy had a game and you had a game and you're like, oh, I want that game. I'll give you these 2 games for your game. And then it was okay, and that's how we did it. You traded games. That's how you got games. Trading with your friends. Now, try to trade something. Nah, they got you all hooked on digital. All hooked on digital. Yeah, actually, did you know blowing in the games didn't actually do anything? It was all just a placebo effect. You just really needed to take it out and put it back in and reestablish pin connection. It might have been a little dirty, but it was never like that. Right? See, they're doing that. And why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that so you won't go out and buy the physical games. Because these are, you know, you can buy those games remastered, but you're not getting anything. You're not really buying anything. You're just paying for access to data. I have a game. I have a game. I own it. This is mine. Nothing can take it away from me. Right here. My game. You just have some microbytes and some data and bits and off in La La Land. Who wants that? Oh yeah, there's my memory card. I knew I had a memory card. This is for the Nintendo 64. I do have one game in box. I have Mario 2 in box. Hold on. I don't really bring it out a lot. You guys have to excuse, I'm not dressed and I don't care. Alright, so I got Mario 2 and it's in box. It's been opened, so it's not like I'm opening up. There it is. You guys remember Mario 2. There it is. We'll open it up for you. Why not? There we go. Okay, and there's the book. And there's the game. Near perfect pristine condition. Look at that. No fades. The color art on it is perfect. Absolutely perfect. A nice Nintendo case there. Oh, absolutely. There's the book. Spine is still nice and stiff. Look at that. Nice stiff spine. And then here's the story of Super Mario Brothers 2. We'll go ahead and yeah. And if you guys don't know, this isn't actually Mario 2. This is a remake of a game called Doki Doki Panic. But it was a licensed game, and what they did was they just applied some Mario characters over the characters that were in the original game, Doki Doki Panic. And they were able to come out with Mario 2, and that's why it looks so different than what we got, because Japan actually got a Mario 2. What game is that? On what console? This is NES. This is Mario Brothers 2 on NES. So, there we go. Mario Brothers 2 on NES right there for you guys. Focus. There we go. There we go. So let's go ahead and put all that back. Oh, awesome. I love Mario. I have a copy of Mario 1 somewhere, but it's just out of the box. And Kirby. I love Kirby. I'm a huge Kirby fan. I got to get a hold of Kirby again. Let me keep that right there. That's my only box game, and it's only worth about 40, 50 bucks, but I like it. Oh, that's terrible. No. No, your Genesis? No, not a Genesis. Xbox 360s, no big deal. PS1 and PS2 are coming back. You should have held on to those. All right, well, I'm not going to be on here much longer anyway, guys. I just wanted to come in and say hey to everybody. I really didn't plan on talking about retro gaming, but it is what it is, I guess. We turned it into that. That's hilarious. Now, some games like that, like homebrews and stuff like that, I like that people can release those online. Those are worth it checking out, but no, just not a huge fan. I think I picked this up at a thrift store for Evie just because it had Nintendo on it and it's DS. I do have a, somewhere in my basement, I'm pretty sure, unless I lost it, I have a Nintendo Micro, a Game Boy Micro somewhere, but I have to dig it back out and find it. I've got all kinds of wires and controllers everywhere. I'm running out of space. Eventually, I got to set up a gaming room. Maybe someday I'll have a great gaming space where I can get walls and shelves and put up all that good stuff so I can have a nice gaming spot. But for right now, I like to keep it right where it is because I actually play all my stuff. I will play my games. I'll pull them out and have a good time with them every now and then. It's just a shame Evie didn't have a bunch of games when she was younger, so these don't hold a lot of nostalgia for her. But the games that she does remember and have, we've tried to pick up and always buy the ones she remembers. I know she has Tiny Toons on Sega Genesis, which was a lot of fun. And she's like, as soon as we got it, she brought it home. She's like, yep, this is it right here. And it's still just as hard as ever. It's in the box. Was it boxed? Did you check that on eBay? Boxed. It was only $27. Let's see. Someone's got it going for $27.35. It lost some value. It lost some value. That sucks. See, these games are always changing in prices. Now, see, someone's got The Legend of Zelda, the gold cartridge, going for $33. That's not right. It's only worth about $25, $30 at most. I don't even think I paid that for it. I think I paid $20 for it. They've got Contra here for $44. Are you kidding me? That should only be about... Man, they're starting to... Some games are inflating in price. Now, somebody here on said the cheat code is incorrect. Any true fan of the game should know that by heart. It was different for Contra and Super C. So somebody's actually mixed it up because the Contra code for Konami is up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, start. They might have missed BA, BA, start. So they've only put one BA in there. But they have it as up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, start. That's correct. What they don't have though is that in Super C it was left right left up down left right up, something like it was different. It was different. I had to look it up myself because it was different. I think it's left right up down left right or something like. It was different. The codes were different, but they put another code in there. But somebody's getting them confused. But these games, yeah, man, they're starting to take off in price. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. But, you know, not all the games. Don't think that you're going to go out and find gold. There are some games out there that are worth. GTA Vice City. That one's not worth a whole lot yet. It's going to be... It'll get there soon enough. I'm not very big on collecting, like... Hold on, what'd you say there? I missed it. Ha. Right, no doubt. Oops, no, I don't want that. There's a guy named Mario Box got arrested. Ha. I have the original Grand Theft Auto 3 on PlayStation. That's really cool to still play. There are some Nintendo games out there that are worth quite a bit. I forget quite a bit. I think one is called Young Samson. That game is worth a pretty penny. Young Samson. Well... Guys, we're coming up here at, I think, about the end of what I wanted to do with this video. I've been hanging out for an hour and a half with you guys, killing some time. Thank you for everybody stopping in. Didn't really mean we were going to pull out all the games, but we did. We did that. We pulled out all the games, and we played with some games. Guys, if you enjoy playing some of the retro stuff, check out some of the videos I have. Really? I didn't think so. I usually see track and field going pretty cheap. You can also get the 3 combo kit of track and field duck. Sorry about that. I will be getting Wind Waker. I'll get that one. What I was saying about the track and field is that usually goes for $9, $10 for the 3 combo. It's the pad that's worth a little bit of money, or if you can find an inbox with the pad, that's what's worth a little bit of money that you can pick up. But you can go to a local gaming store and get in track and field by itself for like $2, $3. It's really cheap. There's some other games that are out there. And then don't always believe everything you see online. It's always good to go to a retro gaming place and talk to them about pricing, because a lot of people like to hyperinflate, or sometimes they undersell really hard for the rest of us. But that's okay. That's gaming for you. Markets are going up and down. I'm still surprised these things are worth as much as they are. And I think I paid like $6 or $7 for these, and probably 10, 15 years ago you probably could have picked them up for a whole stack of them for a couple bucks. But they're all starting to come back, so go get your hands on some, hang on to them put them in a box, put them in an attic for a year, or if you find any retro gaming stuff, then send it to your boy G-Bomb. We'll get you an address and you can mail me some games. All right. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. It was a lot of fun hanging out with everybody, chilling, talking. Good times as always. I'm going to be in Nashville tonight. I'll shoot some video for you guys so you can get a better view. I can't believe the video. This one, no, actually, I bought this Mario game 2 years ago, and it was 50 bucks. It was 50 bucks in box, but I paid full retail for it at a store. So that's probably why I had to pay so much for it. But it was valued at about that, about 2 years ago. So unfortunately, it probably dropped in value a little bit. It's not that popular, super popular. I mean, people like it, and it's a Mario game. But it wasn't I didn't think it was a very good game. It wasn't very popular with when I was around, the people I was. So games can go up and down in value. You never know. It's always a good idea, though. Can I pay... I didn't know what you mean by PAL. Can I pay PAL games? I don't know. My NES, though, my NES top loader, the third one was the best. This one is region free, so I can play any Japanese or American games on it. So that one's good. This one's region locked to North America. And if you guys want, I'll teach you how to take a Super Nintendo and how to modify it with a pair of pliers and 5 minutes, and you can play Super Famicom games on your Super Nintendo. It's actually really easy to do. It takes 5 seconds. It's just 2 little plastic tabs. You remove those, and the game works. One thing though with the top loader, you have to buy a special Game Genie for it, or a Game Genie adapter. But the adapter to buy the adapter now is ridiculous. It is ridiculous to buy the Game Genie adapter now. So if you do get a Game Genie to fit into these thing, it's pretty much permanent unless you buy a special one made, which is retardedly expensive, or the adapter, which just to play that adapter is be like $300-400. So it's not worth it to me at all. Not at all. Yeah, you can, absolutely. I think someone needs to come up with I think it would be really cool if they made adapters that plugged into the bottom of the phones that were like little controllers and those were your games built into it, and that just plugged into your phone, and a little controller. Now that would be something I would be interested in buying. If they made like a little Nintendo 64 controller, right? Little Nintendo 64 controller, a little smaller, about this size, just about this whole size. Shrink this down. Shrink this down to about 1/3 of its size. Just so you can just hold it, and a little controller, little buttons, and all the games were stored in here, and you plug everything in there, and then that plugged into your phone. Now that I would buy. That I would buy. I don't know where George is. My package should... he said he was tracking it, and it's almost noon here, so mail should be arriving. But he said I had to sign for it, so I don't know if it's here yet or not. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. If his package does arrive in the next couple hours, we'll go live and do a quick live unboxing. And maybe I'll try the Buckfast right away. And we'll see how it works out. But guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't. Share if you want to. Like if you like. Thumbs down if you don't. If you're feeling crazy, throw a buck on the super chat. No big deal. No pressure there. Thank you so much for everybody stopping by. Oh, I know. I'm gonna find out about Buckfast. We'll see you guys later. It's like battery acid. Bye.